was nice of the judge to let me tag along with you.
He gets kind of weird and antsy waiting for conclusive evidence.
Yeah, speaking of, what exactly are we looking for?
Anything that proves you didn't murder Larry Butts.
Right.
Some clothing, some blood, any loose thread that we can pull on. And if we pull on it hard enough, Gumshoe's whole story will start to unravel.
Okay, clothing, blood.
A drop of blood could blow this wide open.
A bit of cloth could wind up the key.
A pair of prints could change the whole trial.
A single thread is the thing we need. Hey Nick, I found a Magatama.
A couple cracks could make a big difference.
A minor flaw could solve the whole case.
A single thread could be our undoing.
I'll take that.
Hey!
That's our evidence!
That you found on my roof.
Give it back, old bag.
This will make a great gift for my edgy boo. Nothing slips past old windy old bag. No one escapes my baggy eye. That's right, you gotta be quick to beat the old bag. Now get off of my roof and say goodbye.
She's literally the worst person.
I need to take a bath.
The court is back in session for the murder trial of Maya Fey. I trust we will not have an encore of yesterday's squabbling.
The prosecution calls the hospital's chief security guard, Miss Wendy Oldbag.
Thank you, Edgy Poo. You look scrumptious today.
Objection! The witness is being super gross.
Sustained.
Miss Oldbag.
Call me Wendy.
Miss Oldbag, were you working the night that Larry Butts was murdered?
I was.
And did you go to the roof between 11 p.m. and midnight?
I did.
And can you describe the things you witnessed there?
I can.
Now would be a good time to describe the things you witnessed there.
Well, there were two people up there. One in a hospital volunteer uniform and one in a long purple robe.
And what were they doing?
The purple one was in the midst of some sort of satanic ritual.
It's actually called spirit channeling. It's usually pretty harmless, except for 1 or 2 cases of murder.
Miss Oldbag, are you saying the culprit had channeled a spirit?
No, but they were trying to.
Actually, for the record, spirit channeling comes really easily to me. I don't even really have to try. I could channel any of you right now. I mean, if you were dead, I could. You're not, so.
I wish I was dead.
So what did you do next, Miss Oldbag?
I did the first thing I could think of.
A sleazy jazz number.
I told them to get off my roof.
Are we getting to the part of the testimony where a murder occurs?
I was getting to that. As I shouted, the witch charged forward and knocked the victim over the edge and off the roof.
Were you able to apprehend the culprit?
Honey, my hips ain't what they used to be.
I thought nothing gets past old Wendy Oldbag.
So the killer escaped.
Not entirely. I managed to tear off part of the murderer's costume.
My culture's not a costume.
Please show us this piece of evidence.
Voila!
What?
Objection! We found that Magatama first, Your Honor!
On my roof where I left it.
She is literally the worst.
It seems the defendant and the killer were matching jewelry. Do you suppose they order from the same catalog?
This is ludicrous! If that was Maya's Magatama, it wouldn't still be around her neck right now.
Not so fast, Mr. Wright. The defendant has taken great pains to remind us that she is a spirit channeler. It's likely she owns a spare.
That's true. And we only saw her from behind upon her return in yesterday's security footage. Meaning it could have been missing.
Witness, hold that Magatama by one finger.
Don't tell me what to do, whippersnapper.
It's upside down!
Exactly. That Magatama is a fake!
Why would the killer create a fake one of those?
Probably to frame Maya Fey for murder. And the person who presented that Magatama in court as evidence is none other than Wendy Oldbag.
What?
As head of security, Ms. Oldbag had access to the entire building at any time.
Including surveillance footage of the victim's movements and other security guards' locations.
She would also know that the blue badge on the roof was secretly a security camera, which is maybe why it went missing in the first place.
You impudent buffoon! Why would I murder a volunteer at my own hospital?
Maybe to keep him off your roof.
Creative as always, Wright. But I have one more question for Miss Oldbag.
And what's that?
When you called the police, ma'am, whose phone did you use?
Mine.
You own a cell phone?
No, the hospital issued one to me for emergencies.
I thought as much.
What are you getting at, Mr. Edgeworth?
Every hospital-issued phone is equipped with tracking technology that logs and reports wherever it goes from the moment it is turned on.
It does what?
That's not good.
Using a list of coordinates retrieved from the witness's phone, I've created a virtual map, retracing every path the phone took the night of the murder.
Definitely not good.
Let's see this map.
This dot is Miss Oldbag. She arrived as usual for her shift and spent most of the evening in her security office until we reach 11 o'clock. Miss Oldbag pursues the killer, just as she claimed.
Objection! She could have removed the phone before the attack.
Mr. Wright, you don't go down quietly, do you?
There's an old saying that the phoenix will rise up from the flame. But this ain't no drama off Broadway or courtroom video game. Now you've run out of chances and this trial's taken too long. So let's end this. All the evidence was here all along because right is wrong.
Well, Mr. Wright,
The witness could have shot the victim?
I don't think so.
All of your logic is faulty, your plans are all a disgrace. All of your traps are outdated, your tricks blow up in your face. Sad to break the illusion, but it's true, I knew all along. You can't fool me. Is it cruel of me to say it in song? Because right is wrong.
He's just jealous of your hair.
Forgive my lack of tact, but Wright knows little more than Jack, cause he's a wacky crackpot quack, exactly that, a backward hack. In fact, in spite of what's been said, in light of Wright's quite empty head, Mr. Wright is wrong.
Take it easy on me, Miles. Whose side are you on?
Now that you feel yourself sinking and watch things go up in smoke, finally you see you're in trouble, but all your gimmicks are broke. Bluffs are just a distraction, and your case is clearly not strong. So let's end this and send Wright right back to where he belongs, because right is wrong. Right is wrong. Right is wrong.
Wow, that was actually pretty catchy.
Oldbag's telling the truth. I can't find any reasonable way that she could have committed this crime.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have anything else moronic to say?
If Maya didn't kill Larry, and neither did Wendy Oldbag, then the victim's not actually dead! What?
Are you insane?
Jury's still out?
I will not have my court made a mockery while you turn this trial into a sideshow.
Your Honor, with all due respect, Mr. Wright may not be wrong.
What?
The autopsy report was indeed poorly worded. Ordering a detailed follow-up would at least be a reasonable formality.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Has this whole courthouse gone mad?
Please, Your Honor.
One more day, and an expanded autopsy. Nothing more. Court adjourned. Not you two. You stay another minute. You must think me a fool to not catch on to what you're doing. But if there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's the perversion of justice in my court. And it's clear you two have been colluding since the start of this trial.
No, Your Honor, it's not.
Which is why, Mr. Wright, your friend will not be joining us for tomorrow's trial.
You're removing me from the case?
And replacing you with a prosecutor truly fervent for a verdict.
Your Honor, you're not gonna find anyone half as passionate as my.
Oh no.
Did you miss me? Foolish fools.